Let us go to the previous class. So yesterday's class we have started a new chapter that is 1.4 photosynthesis in plants. And there we discussed the definition of photosynthesis in plants. First things first, we discussed the definition of photosynthesis plants, and I hope you people are really clear with this definition. Each and every point in this definition is highly important. And next, we have seen the significance of photosynthesis. Means that is how photosynthesis is helpful for us. That is, it is helpful for the food production, plants and animals. It is helpful for the fossil fuels. It is helpful for the plant products such as rubber, timber, vegetables, and fruits. And production of these 2 points are you already know basic points. That is, they are helpful for water, production of the oxygen into the atmosphere, and reduction of the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. These two things you already know. So this is your HLS class, and at the end of the class, I have mentioned you that I'm going to teach you about the history of photosynthesis, means who are the people who did what and what, etc., etc. And then we have to study the raw materials that are required for the photosynthesis. Means before you go and cook the biryani, you got to have to understand what are the basic things will do. Like for example, what the ilachi will do, what the different sort of things will do. That you have to you have to prepare the materials. Now you have to prepare the raw materials. So that you can cook what you can cook the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis cook cheyalante you have to understand very clearly regarding the raw material. That is today's class. So very simple history of photosynthesis, history of photosynthesis. History of photosynthesis. And for your information, some of the names you have already studied in your ninth and tenth class. Some of the people's names that we are going to discuss now, you already studied in your ninth and tenth class. The first person is a Joseph Priestley. The first person is a Joseph Priestley. You already know what he did actually. He's also the person who discovered the oxygen atom, not invented, but discovered the oxygen atom. You probably know his experiments, that is candle experiments. That candle experiments, you already know that candle experiments. You probably know this candle experiments, what he did, etc., etc. What he did, you already know that I don't need to explain very deeply these topics again. Joseph Priestley, candle experiments, I don't need to explain. He took the jar, inside he kept a candle, inside he kept a candle and he closed the lid up. And what will happen now? What will happen? The candle, whatever the lighting thing is, it will turn off. It will turn off because we know that right now we know that because to burn the candle you need what? You need the oxygen now. But during that time, those people don't know that oxygen is present in the air, etc., etc. Those people don't know during that time. So when he closed the lid, what was happened? The whatever the burning candle was there, it was turned off. And in the next experiment, what he did, he took the candle and he also kept the one mouse also. Kept what? He kept one mouse and he turned off this entire thing. And what will happen? Candle is turned off. Candle also turned off, and what of the mouse or etc. etc. It also died. It also died because of the suffocation. Why it was died actually? Very simple reason. What are the oxygen present inside them, etc. etc. That was totally completed. So the candle was turned off, and because of the suffocation, the mouse also died. It will also die. That is very simple. And further, what he did again, he took the again one jar. He kept the candle inside that. He kept the mouse also inside that. Kept the mouse at the same time. What he kept? No, he kept a one plant also. He kept one plant also. Now tell me, what will happen when you keeping a plant and you covered the entire lid? You covering the entire lid. What will happen? Does the candle will turn off now? Does the candle will turn off now? Very good, Manilima. Very good, Prachi. Does the candle will does this particular thing which one more? Does the mouse is going to die now? Is the mouse is going to die now? The answer is no again. The candle is not going to turn off. The mouse is not going to die. Why it is happening like that? Because here you are kept a plant in this case. You are kept a plant now. So what will happen? Whatever the candle which is releasing carbon dioxide, whatever the mouse which is releasing the carbon dioxide is taken by who? Is taken by the plant. And in return, plant is doing what? It is providing the oxygen, etc. So all these experiments you already studied in your ninth and tenth class. I hope you have studied all these experiments. 9th and 10th class లో ఆ photosynthesis topic లో చిన్న చిన్న experiments వచ్చే ఉంటాయి. So I'm not going to revise all these things, sir. That is the Joseph Priestley. These are the experiments done by the Joseph Priestley. These are the experiments done by Joseph Priestley. These are the experiments done by the Joseph, respective Joseph Priestley. So second person is little bit interesting one more. Jan Ingenhauser. What he did means he repeated the same experiments. He repeated the same candle experiments. He repeated the same candle experiments. What he did means I hope this might be given in your 9th and 10th class. I don't know, but up to in your textbook it is given. So he repeated the same candle experiments. He took water. He took the same jar. He took the same jar. He kept the candle there as usually. He kept the candle. He kept the mouse part. Kept the mouse, and at the same time he kept the plant also. He kept the plant also, and he closed with the this jar. And there is an another jar. He took the another jar. He took the plant. There is a candle also. There's a candle, and he took the mouse also. So in this case, he closed with the jar also. In this case, what he did means one he kept during the night time. He kept the one thing during the night time and the other thing during the daytime. One thing during the night time and one thing during the night time. So what was happening, Maya? One he kept the during the night time. One jar he kept it in the night time, and he took the another jar and kept it in the daytime. Now tell me what will happen in the jar that was kept in the night time. Does the rat or mouse is going to die? Is the candle is going to turn off, etc. etc. What is going to happen during this one? And what will happen in this respect to this one, daytime? For sure, tell me what will happen to the mouse and candle during the night time. Do the mouse is going to live or die the experiment, the candle experiment during the night time? What would be the answer, Mo? Wait a second. Okay, everyone give me the answers, Mama. Everyone give me the answers. See, this is the night time. This is the night time, and he took the jar which is totally closed. He took the jar which is totally closed. Inside them you are having a candle. Inside them you are having a candle. Inside them you are having a healthy mouse. At the same time you are having a particular tree. At the same time you are having a particular tree. And this was kept under the night time. During the night time, के अंदर लगा दिए. And then he took the same another jar. I kept all these three things, and he took the same thing during the daytime. Now tell me, during the night time, is a mouse is going to die or live? Is a candle is going to get turned off, etc. etc. What is going to happen here? Very simple, very very deadly easy answer, Mark. That is, the mouse is going to die. The candle is going to turn off, or it is going to lead off again. Why? Because during the night time, the plant will not produce any oxygen. The plant will not produce any oxygen. It will not consume any carbon dioxide. It is not, the plant is not able to going to produce any oxygen, and they are not going to consume any carbon dioxide. So whatever the mouse and whatever the candle is there, it is going to turn off. But during the daytime, the plant is successfully able to produce what? They are successfully able to produce oxygen, and they are successfully able to take the carbon dioxide produced by the mouse and the candle. So the mouse and the candle is going to present during the daytime. This is a simple experiment done by the Jan Indian House. There is a simple experiment done by the Jan Indian House. That is a simple experiment done by the Jan Indian House. And one more thing, which is done by Jan Indian House is that one more thing that is done by Jan Indian House is that this is one is the he revised the candle experiments, that is during the night time and during the nighttime and during the daytime. He revised these two things. Another experiment done by another experiment done by Jan Ingenhouse is that, or observed is that, in the aquatic plants, in the aquatic plants, in the aquatic plants. Here, what was happening? What he did observe that, the aquatic plants. You probably know what is meant by aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are those plants, or simply say hydrophytes. You might know hydrophytes, no? Which you have studied in your first year, last chapter, hydrophytes, xerophytes, etc., etc., which grows inside the water. So what he did observe that, what are these aquatic plants or hydrophytes are, when they are present inside the water, they produces tiny bubbles, mom. This is your plant, this is your plant, respective plant. So what these things, these tiny aquatic plants, what they are doing means they are producing some sort of bubbles, right now, because of our knowledge, during this time we came to know that these bubbles are oxygen, but during that time they don't have that much of knowledge. So what they thought that they might be knowing, they might think that these bubbles might be of some sort of different thing. But Jan Ingenhouse, what did he observe clearly means, what are these small tiny bubbles are which is producing now? These are actually nothing but the oxygen molecules only, oxygen atoms only. That is oxygen atoms or oxygen molecules. That is a that is an another observation done by the Jan engineers. See, remember, these things can be asked in a NEET. The revised candle experiments done by who? The answer is the Jan engineers, or the aquatic plants may say. What are the small air bubbles which is getting produced? Who produced now? That was observed by who? That type of questions can be asked. Remember, that is a Jan engineers. Very simple. History of photosynthesis. We are in the topic called as history of photosynthesis, and here we are seeing what we are seeing the Joseph Priestley. We already know the regarding the Joseph Priestley in your ninth and 10th class textbook, where you have seen your candle experiments, and at the same time intermediate first year, second year, you might have come across the Joseph Priestley name. He is also the person who discovered the oxygen atom, not invented, discovered the oxygen atom by the Joseph Priestley only. And next person is a Jan Ingenhouse. He repeated the same candle experiments done by the Joseph Priestley, but what he did means he kept one at the night timer and the another at the daytime. Night time may what of the rat or mouse is there, or what of the candle is there, they totally turned off. Candle turned off, and rat was able to die because the plant which is present inside that now, it is not successfully able to produce water and water. It is not successfully able to produce oxygen and not successfully able to consume the carbon dioxide. We know the thing, because plant perform photosynthesis during the daytime only. And during the daytime, what was happened? The rat was successfully able to live, and what of the candle was a candle is also not turned off. It is not turned off. It is not turned off, and rat was successfully able to live. That is an experiment done by the Jan Ingenhauser. And the other observation done by the Jan Ingenhauser is the aquatic plants, hydrophytes. What did he observe that? What are the aquatic plants are there now? They produce a small air bubbles inside the water. And later this Jan Ingenhouse came to know that the small air bubbles which is produced by the respective plants or aquatic plants is nothing but the oxygen molecules or oxygen atoms. These are the two things observed by our respective Jan Ingenhouse. That is your two people's mom, and there are certain other peoples are also there. There is another person is also there. That is a Julius von Sachs month. That is a Julius von Sachs. This guy made another interesting step regarding the photosynthesis. He came to know that what are the plants are there, especially leaf parts, he given a statement that what are the plants are there, especially the leaf parts, produce the glucose molecules inside them, glucose molecules inside them. This is the statement given by the Julius von Saxa that whatever these plants are there, respective plants are, and especially the leaf part, and that too inside the leaf part, the green color area. What is this green color area? During that time, they don't have that much of knowledge that this green color is etc. etc. उनको उतना सीन नहीं है आ टाइम లో వాళ్ళకంత knowledge లేదు గ్రీన్ కలర్ థింగ్ ఏందో అని చెప్పడానికి గ్రీన్ కలర్ ఇస్ యాక్చువల్లీ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అని చెప్పడానికి వాళ్ళకంత నాలెడ్జ్ లేదు. So what did this Julius Mossack was observed, that the green color part of the leaves ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో they are successfully producing the glucose molecules inside them. So right now use your knowledge and tell me what is this green color part. green color part क्या है मुझे एक बार बोलो. What is this green color part respective in the leaf parts that is successfully able to produce the glucose molecules inside them? What is the green color part, ma'am? Very simple. Prachi, very good, ma'am. अब तो आपको मालूम है that it is dash and dash बोल के. During those time they don't even know that they are performing the photosynthesis etc. उतना scene नहीं था. And remaining people, what is the correct answer? What is the answer, ma'am? This green color part of the leaf, the green color part of the leaf is responsible for the production of the glucose molecules inside them. This is the statement given by the Julius von Saxma. The green color part is nothing but today's we know that the green color part is nothing but the chlorophyll. Econchasma plants ki green color part. This is a basic common sense question. This is a basic common sense question. The green color part of the leaf, either it came from the chlorophyll, and these chlorophylls are present where these chlorophylls are present inside the chloroplast. So these statements are not given with these respective Julius von Saxer. He doesn't know the presence of the chlorophyll. He doesn't know the presence of the chloroplast. Julius von Sax doesn't know all those things. Doesn't know all those things. He only know one thing, that green color is responsible for the production of the glucose molecules. That is a observation done by the Julius von Saxma. And a fourth person, this is really interesting one. That person name is called as a T.W. Engelmann. The next person is a T.W. Engelmann. What he did means, he did one beautiful thing. He did one of the beautiful experiment. I try to take the new page. See what he did means, Engelmann. What he did means, he took the green alga, and this thing can be asked in your exam again. These things can be asked in an exam. What he did, I'm drawing the diagram for make you understand. This entire part, this entire part from the top to the bottom is a green alga. It's a green alga called as cladophora. Cladophora. This thing can be asked in an exam again. Just keep a star mark in your wherever you are writing. Cladophora. That too in which experiment means that is an Engelmann experiment. Now, this he took the entire green alga. He took the entire green alga. So again, one thing what he did means, he took the he have taken some sort of aerobic bacteria also. He took some sort of aerobic bacteria also. He took some sort of aerobic bacteria, and they kept that all the aerobic bacteria on the surface of this green alga. On the surface of the green alga, this whatever the blue color thing that you are seeing now, that is a bacteria. That is a bacteria. Whatever the blue color that you people are seeing now, that blue color is actually the aerobic bacteria. You might know the difference between the aerobic and the anaerobic. Aerobic bacteria is a bacteria which will grow under the presence of oxygen only, and there is another bacteria called as anaerobic bacteria. Anaerobic bacteria which doesn't grow under the presence of oxygen. That means one for growing they need the oxygen. One, the anaerobic bacteria they don't need the oxygen. Anaerobic bacteria to grow they don't need the oxygen. Aerobic bacteria to grow they need the oxygen. So what the Engelmann did, the Engelmann did take the aerobic bacteria, and he spreaded all over the surface of the green alga called as cladophora. Cladophora का जो भी green algae है ना, it's a green algae. He took the green algae, and on the surface of the green algae he spreaded this particular aerobic bacteria. And now very interesting thing. What he did means, during his time there the presence of prisms are there. ఓ उसके टाइम पे వాడి ఉన్న టైంలో ప్రిజమ్స్ అనేటివి ఉంటుండేమో. ప్రిజమ్స్ యూ మైట్ ప్రాబబ్లీ నో వాట్ ఆర్ ప్రిజమ్స్, which might you people might have seen in your 9th and 10th or intermediate first year prisms. Whenever you whenever you try to send a whenever you try to send a whenever you try to send a beam of light inside the prism, what will happen? What will happen when you send a light through the prism? प्रिज्म के ऊपर से अगर आप लोग एक लाइट को सेंड करने का ट्राई कर रहे तो व्हाट विल हैपन टू दैट लाइट मो? आंसर्स, आई नीड द आंसर्स, आई नीड द आंसर्स क्विकली. This is a prism. The red color thing that you're seeing now, the red color thing that you're seeing now, that is a prism. That is actually the prism. And whatever this yellowish color that is you're seeing, that is actually the light. And I'm punching that light into the prism. I am punching the light into the prism. Prism. It's a prism. Prism, not prison again. Prison and a jail, sorry. It's not prison. It's a prism, which you people might have seen in your physics subject. So what will happen whenever you send the light through the prism? What will happen means light will break down into certain different objects. One or else simply to say light will split. Light will split. The different colors you can see, just like a rainbow. Light will split. Light will split. And we will be having the different type of colors. That is one V, I, V, G, Y, O, R, etc. etc. Let me draw it clearly. V, I, V, T, Y, O, R. తెలుసు అమ్మా విబ్జ్యూర్ అంటే ఏందో. You might probably know what is meant by Vibgyor. Very good, ma. Very good, Prachi. Whenever you try to send a beam of light, whenever you try to send a beam beam of light through the prism, this is a beam of light. So what will happen? That beam of light will split or that beam of light will break down and it will form the picture or the rainbow colors. One line, the upper line, the V line you are seeing, one is a V line and the other one is a I line and the other one is a B line. You might know V stands for what? Ma? V stands for violet. Also, my way this, I hope that you people might know. V stands for violet, I stands for indigo, B stands for blue, T stands for green, Y stands for yellow, O stands for orange, and red stands for red. Sorry, R stands for the red. So here comes the interesting part. Here comes the interesting part. Let me revise your experiment totally again. Engelmann, what he did means he took the green algae called as Cladophora, and on the surface of the green algae, what he did means he laid a aerobic bacteria. That is a oxygen taking oxygen consuming bacteria. He took the what? He took water. He took that aerobic bacteria. It might be any bacteria. It is just an aerobic bacteria, and we personally don't need to know the name of the bacteria. Personally, उसका bacteria का नाम सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है. It is an aerobic bacteria only. It is an aerobic bacteria. Wait a second. This one is so there is a he took that bacteria and he kept on the surface of the cladophora. Cladophora ఏదైతుందో cladophora algae ఏదైతుందో దాని surface మీద మొత్తం వేసినామా. This you can see blue color. Every blue color that you are seeing here now, that is a blue color area. And another thing, what it means, he took a prism. Prism is a physics object. Whenever you pass a beam of light through the prism, that beam of light will split and it with the respective what of those things are there which is present inside the light wavelength. They will divide, they will split into different, they will go through the different directions. The violet one is going upper side, I is going this side, that is the indigo, one is the brown and the other one is the green and the other one is the yellow and the other one is the orange and the last one is the red one. So when he kept the same thing for like some like 1 or 2 days, he kept like this only for 1 or 2 days. So what was observed here means what was the good thing he's observed that whatever the bacteria, everyone listen to me, this is the most important point. Whatever the bacteria which is present at the blue area and at the red area, the bacteria which is present at the blue area and the red area, the bacteria which is present at the blue area and the red area, blue area and the red area, bacteria which is present at the, let me draw the diagram, blue area and the red area. So what he observed is that what of the bacteria which is present at the blue area and the red area, blue and red area lo unna bacteria ఏదైతే ఉందో their number has been increased very fastly. What of the number present in this area and this area increased very fastly. Means initially like you are having 10 bacteria in this blue area. So after the beam of light you punctured etc. What was happened means it the number increased like 10,000. The number increased like 10,000 in this particular area. So what is the conclusion point? What is the conclusion point that you are getting from this experiment? Blue and red area में जो भी bacteria था ना aerobic bacteria, the number which is present initially is very low. But when you are doing this entire experiment, what was happened is that the number which is present in this respective areas increased in a higher quantity, and the remaining areas increased, but not that much sufficient quantity. I का बी एरिया पे लाइक स्टार्टिंग में 10 थे, अभी 20 हो गए. आई एरिया में स्टार्टिंग में 10 थे, now 30 हो गए. जी एरिया में स्टार्टिंग में 10 थे, अब 5 ही हो गए. In the green area, starting में you are having 10 bacteria, sir. Now it become 5 bacteria. In the yellow area, starting में 10 थे, now it become 20. Orange area में starting में 10 थे, now it become 30. But in the respective blue and the respective red area, respective blue, this area and this area, the number of the bacteria has increased very exponentially. बहुत ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा increase हो गया. What is the reason behind it? Anyone tell me the answer, then I will conclude you as a greatest person. Simple basic answer is there. Simple basic answer is there. Blue and red area. ब्लू एंड रेड एरिया के अंदर बैक्टीरिया का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इंक्रीज हो गया. ब्लू एंड रेड एरिया लो बैक्टीरिया का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इंक्रीज అయింది. But in the remaining areas, the concentration was not increased. But if you go and see the green area, the concentration decreased again. ग्रीन एरिया के पास तो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन डिक्रीज हो गया. क्यों? स्टार्टिंग में कितने थे? 10 थे, अब कितने हैं? पूरे के 5 है. इफ यू आर प्रोसीडिंग दिस वे, देन द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन माइट अगेन डिक्रीज अगेन. So what is the answer? Let me tell me the answer by myself only. At the blue area and the red wavelength, wavelength, blue wavelength, and red wavelength. At the blue wavelength and red wavelength. Simple answer: the rate of photosynthesis. The rate of photosynthesis is very, very high. What was happening at the blue and red wavelength ma malum na ma, whenever you are like light spectrum ka aapko wo bhi, that topic will come later again. This I have to explain this Engelmann Gavati. I hope you might have studied in which topic means in your physics you might have came across the electromagnetic radiation achinda ma, electromagnetic wavelengths. This topic came in your physics again. How many wavelengths are totally? How many wavelengths are there totally? Totally like many wavelengths are there. One is what? One is the cosmic waves, and the other one is the ultraviolet waves, etc., gamma, etc. In that visible spectrum, is there. In that visible spectrum, and that visible spectrum contains different types of colors called as the Vibgyorra. That Vibgyorra. So Engelmann observed that at the blue wavelength and the red wavelength, the rate of photosynthesis is very, very, very high. Rate of photosynthesis very, very high means what is the end product of the rate of photosynthesis, ma'am? What is the end product of the rate of photosynthesis? That is the oxygen. And what is the bacteria which you people are keeping at the blue and red area? You're keeping the bacteria only, aerobic bacteria. That is bacteria, they for their growing purposes, they actually need what? They actually need the oxygen only. So at the blue and red area, what is happening when at the blue and red area, this green algae, this green algae, whatever it is now, it is performing the higher amount of the photosynthesis compared to the other light areas. Blue area and red area ke paas, the rate of photosynthesis is very, very high, and as the rate of photosynthesis is very, very high, they are producing what is the end product of the photosynthesis? Oxygen. So they are producing heavy amount of the oxygen at the blue area and the red area. Blue area and the red area దగ్గర rate of photosynthesis ఎక్కువ ఉండడం వల్ల what was happening means they are producing the higher amount of the oxygen levels. So higher the oxygen levels, means the aerobic bacteria can depend upon the oxygen levels and they can increase their numbers. That is the reason why we are having the higher amount of the bacteria at the blue area and the red area amount. But when you go and see the green area it is decreasing because you might know that chlorophyll itself is a green color pigment and it will be not able to absorb the green color that much perfectly. This might have studied in your physics again. Physics mein aaya hoga that why the you people are seeing the white color screen because that product is not able to absorb the white color. That is the reason why you are seeing your screen as a white color. That statement you might have studied in your physics. So as a green color plants are because of the green, as a chlorophyll is green color, so they might not absorb the heavy sufficient amount of the sunlight and they will not produce it. They will not have the sufficient amount of the photosynthesis and end product oxygen will not be produced in a sufficient quantity. And what are the bacteria present at the green area? It will decrease again. They will die because oxygen is not produced in a sufficient quantity. Oxygen sufficient quantity లో produce చేయలేదు కాబట్టి what of the bacteria which is present at the green they will die. But at the blue area and at the red area, as they are as the rate of photosynthesis very high in this area, sir, as the rate of photosynthesis very high, then what will happen? The photosynthesis will increase very instantaneously, and at the same time, end product oxygen is also produced heavily in this blue and red area. And so heavy amount of oxygen means what are the bacteria which is present in these respective areas, they can increase their number. That is the reason why B and R areas there you can clearly see the Joby service docker and the bacteria is very high in number, and the remaining areas, whatever the remaining areas are there, there the bacteria's growth is not that much up to the marker of the blue and red areas. So that is a conclusion given by the Engelman, double PW, whoever that person is there. There is a conclusion given by our Engelman that in the light, in the wavelength light of red and blue color, blue and red color के wavelength के नीचे, the rate of photosynthesis will be very, very, very higher. And when the presence of the green color, the rate of photosynthesis will be very, very low. So everyone, just do me one thing, do me a favor, just I'm quitting the class here. Just I'm going to start the class. New session start करते हैं जल्दी दांडो join करना मतलब. Just try to join the class again. The time is over this for the Zoom class. Just try to join the other class right now.